Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
What do you mean you don't have a boyfriend? You're so pretty. What do you mean you have 0 men in your phone? What do you mean you've gone 8 months without... What do you mean? That makes no sense. Yeah, well, combine pretty with intelligent, strong, successful, slaying at life. You've got a very terrifying woman on your hands. A very not easy woman on your hands, right? Men don't like that. Men do not like me. Men are very, very terrified of me. And the men who do like me, the ones that are attracted to me, are unavailable.
No, they just don't exist. If they did, you had at least one in your phone. The ones being terrified of you, they also don't exist. If they did, I'm sure you'd force at least one of them to be in your phone. Why are you single though? Because every time you try to describe yourself, it's strong, independent, successful, slaying in life, which pretty much always translates to the type of personality men try to stay away.
Downloaded Hinge again last night, and I am immediately reminded why I'm going to be single for all of my livelong days. The Portland, Oregon demographics, you guys, not it. They're just not it. So until my son, who's 7, is 18, I just feel like I'm going to be alone, which is fine. I'm just gonna window shop in other states, and then maybe I'll just have like a long distance pen pal. I'm immediately reminded why I don't do dating apps. Immediately. Don't come to Portland. My girls, it's awful out here.
Is it really? When you can't find a single good man in the entire state, not just in one small town or even in a large city, but the entire state, it should be a sign men are not a problem.
I'm a kind of worker, right? I sleep with people for money, and I'm a human being, not a shoe, not an inanimate object, right? So a better analogy to a car or chewing gum or a shoe is a chef. If a chef has served hundreds of thousands of people, do you think he's going to be a better chef than someone who served one?
Probably. I would still only need a chef when I'm hungry though, so what else you've got? I would also rather have the chef that served one if the chef that served 100 spits in my food. And yes, don't get me wrong, I see your point. You're doing it to gain experience, and experience is important. And even though experience is important, there's only so many ways in which we can boil water. I would rather have the chef that gains experience in my kitchen, not in all my neighbors' kitchens.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but men don't fall in love with your actions. It doesn't matter if you give them the entire world, buy them everything off of their wish list, cook, clean, let them do whatever they want without getting upset. That's just not how they fall in love. And I think a lot of women think if they can showcase some way, somehow, that they're different from others and can offer him so much more, they can win him over. And that's just not reality. You know, even if he decides to be with you because of everything you do for him, he'll never give you the love you want and deserve. Women may fall in love through the things a man does to demonstrate his interest, his care, his commitment, but the way men fall in love is through the way you make them feel.
And the way you make him feel is through your actions. But don't mind me, I'm no expert on men, with me being one. I'm sure you're way more of an expert than me.
I find it funny that women always says that women's right to choose what they want to do, women's equality, we support all women. But as soon as I choose a career path that they don't think is correct, I get bashed for it. I get exiled in the women community. A little bit of context, I've wanted to be a stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mom for almost all of my life. I always knew that being a home caretaker was the way that I wanted to go. And I never had a man ever bash me for them. They always thought that it was a really beautiful dream like everybody else's. But the amount of women that had said things like, oh, you're just a moocher, you just want to be lazy, you don't really want to do anything. Why don't you go do something with your life? It's kind of astonishing to see all women just turn on you just because of a career path, but yet these are the same women that will say, we support all women no matter what your choice is. But again, as soon as I say that I want to be a stay-at-home wife and support a man, I'm in the wrong. Don't know.
Well, yeah, but you're going against the message. You do have the right to choose what you do with your life as long as you do what you're told. Not much of a choice, I know, and there's a contradiction in terms right there, but that is the message being pushed on young women. You need to stay single, chase a career that probably you won't even get, or maybe you don't even want, and when you're 40, buy a cat and be on some type of medications.
Honeymoon is when you take your dream solo honeymoon without waiting for a reason, a relationship, and you just go.
Obsessed.
Because I was living in London in 2022 and I saw a ticket to Venice, Italy for like $100. And I was like, oh, I can't go to Venice without a boyfriend. And then I was like, why am I telling myself this? And am I going to wait another 35 years to go to Venice? Like, now's the time. I'm here. And I went. I had a blast. I went to the Amman and had a martini in the Mir Hall.
You did all the
dined
things.
alone. I had the most truffly pasta in the world. Like, it was amazing. And so I kind of started this movement to empower women to just travel on your own, do it exactly how you want to do it. And there's no better feeling in the world when you're putting your own credit card down for the hotel. Because I've done the opposite, where I've dated quite wealthy men and they paid for it. And it's just nowhere near the pride and joy you have.
I love that.
What's not to love? It's me moon. It's not solo traveling or going on vacation by yourself like the peasant that I am. It's me moon. It's even better than honeymoon because it's honeymoon with no honey, you see? And it makes sense if you think about it. You absolutely need a fancy name when you're trying to sell stuff to people. You're not gonna call it sour milk or milk that went bad. No, you're gonna call it me moon.
Men are so jealous of women, especially beautiful women. And the root of all of that anger and all of that jealousy is the patriarchy, which is, guess what? Set up by men. The reality is that men are expected to wake up early every single day and go to work and get a paycheck and pay for bills, not only for themselves, but for their wives, their girlfriends, any future kids they might have. They have to do hard manual labor or work their way up a corporate ladder. But women don't have to do that. And it makes y'all so upset that girls like me or other beautiful girls can capitalize off of our looks and make an amazing living.
In reality, no one cares. You can get a man to commit to you not because they're jealous of you, but because you do what you do. The majority of people, not just men, but people, will not trade their integrity and their morals for the amount of money that you make. Maybe you are successful, I couldn't be bothered to check your page, but the majority of you beautiful women trade your morals and your integrity for $180 a month. But hey, princess, if that's how you fight patriarchy, by sleeping with random men in front of a camera, you be the best you can be.
The Bible says it's not good if a man is alone. Like, we need companionship. So, you're gonna go against God? Come on. You picking me up at 8, so...
It's gotten so bad they're using the Bible now to get a date. It's kind of funny, but I believe it's more sad than funny.
Get your ass up and ask people out in public. It feels like nobody wants to ask people out in public anymore.
First of all, no. And second of all, why do you think that is?
No, don't turn 25. You're so sexy.
And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.